Good afternoon. Welcome on in to From Day One. We pick up where we left off in the courtrooms yesterday. Let's begin.
Oh, look what we got here. Ian Runkle, how you doing, buddy?
Ian, speak.
Do I have you muted?
Did you drop it?
No, it's just that the instant I came on, my mic cable fell out.
Oh.
Oh, well, welcome here.
Hey, good to be here.
We're watching first appearances in a court out of California. This ought to be good for you. You do criminal defense. I know you do firearms law, but that's criminal defense in Canada, right?
Yeah, well, there's firearms law is kind of some of both, because there's issues of you've got guns and people get charged for things like that, but you also get issues that are sort of administrative, like they want to take your guns, they haven't charged you with anything, and you don't want to lose your guns. So all sorts of fun issues.
Very cool. All right, this is in Florida, and mostly it's meth, and more meth.
So is this the accused or the lawyer?
This is a lawyer. We got a judge here who's pretty funny. He doesn't have a robe on or anything. He's pretty funny. I don't know if he does anything funny here because I didn't see the clip yet. But we'll watch it together.
Mike.
Sounds good.
Just reading the affidavit, Your Honor, I know that Mr. Lewis' bank account is getting basically cleaned out. He's because of this situation, and I know that he's having difficulty getting funds for a place to stay.
I know where there's free lodging.
So I think that may...
Let me guess, the jail, Your Honor?
I don't know how it's ever gotten there.
That may be the root cause of this situation. He is not any danger to his spouse, and I do not think he was deliberately in any way trying to break the no contact order. He's just he doesn't really have any place to stay at the moment.
So let's put him in the jail.
Well, part of that is untrue. Mr. Lewis
What part's untrue?
bank account the other day in the amount of over $11,000,
Ooh.
including some funds that are tenants' security deposits. He has taken residence without my consent on our a duplex property we own in Springfield. He has a trailer that our mailman has given him to live in, and he is in the process of setting up power there. I do believe that he violated the no contact order again within the last 48 hours because there's a power pole, a temporary power pole that was on the property directly across.
Let's not talk about all the facts of all the case.
Okay, sorry.
No, I know.
I believe he's still. I don't believe he's following.
Okay. That's fine. Thank you, ma'am. All right, Mr. Lewis. On the new charge, the violation pre-trial release, bond is set at $5,000. Your court date is September the 23rd at 8:30. You have no contact directly, indirectly, or through a third party. And I'm revoking release in cases 22, 36, 89, CF. Good luck, sir.
Yeah, another get the
Step
fuck
to your
out.
right to the T.
Thank you, Mr.
When
Rodriguez.
the light comes on,
Thank you, Your Honor.
next. Ready? State your name.
So, Joyner?
Ms. Joyner, you're fully court charged with possession of methamphetamine and loitering or prowling. You understand the charges?
Yes.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Yes, sir, I'm an idiot.
All right, ma'am. Based on your application, I find you do qualify for the service of the public defender's office. I'm going to go ahead and have the public defender represent you. Any question about that? Yes. Criminal history?
21 burglary times 2, grand theft times 2, fraudulent illegal use of credit cards, false ID, FTA on those, and Tennessee you had an FTA and 2 thefts. That's it.
Sounds like she's a real,
Fine, 5,000 on meth, 1,500 on the loitering and prowling. Court date's going to be October the 17th at 9 o'clock with random UAs, no contact directly, indirectly.
And for those wondering, UAs, of course, are drug tests.
Step to your right to the T.
Is meth that bad in Canada as well?
Lots of meth, lots of fentanyl. Lots of fentanyl these days.
Yeah. It's the same.
I was sitting there going, wait, this guy's mailman gave him a trailer to live in?
That's what she claimed.
I don't know what's going on there. I don't understand who else was speaking there. They were like dumping on him about the case, but
Mike,
it wasn't a prosecutor. I don't know who it was. Because they're off camera. I can't tell.
I was wondering if that was actually like the person who the no contact order was against or with.
It might be. It might be like a complainant, right?
Yeah. I also thought it was a little weird. Like, I thought it was the judge making that snarky comment about, well, I know a place you can... That was the prosecutor interjecting midway through defense.
I think it was a complaining witness or something, because they weren't professional like an attorney. Like, they didn't know what to do, and the judge was cutting them off.
Well, I think that might have been the prosecutor who jumped in with, I know a place that he could stay, because I'm pretty sure I've seen that face.
Well, no. That was Deborah. That's the stock quote clip that I put in. That is a prosecutor. Oh, okay. But not in this court. I just threw that in.
Oh, okay. I was like, wow, that's...
Speaking of which, I want to take this opportunity. You've been on before, and I've been on your channel and everything, but this is Runkle of the Bailey. Go over there and subscribe. If you've been living under a rock and you're not there yet,
he's a good Canadian
go over
lawyer.
there, because it's good stuff. All right? Plus, I also want to get the Canadian take on thruples. What do you know about thruples?
Oh, God.
In the sense of, like, polyamorous, whatever?
Yeah.
Here's all I know about thruple. I'm going to tell you what I know about
Go ahead,
thruples.
Tell him about thruples.
See, I'm going to use Miss Fowler's word. She now is in a thruple. And not only does she choose to be in a thruple, and she's shacked up in the bed with the thruple. Now, if anybody thinks this is okay, I am in the wrong world.
It's just one of my favorite stock clips. I love it. That's a GAL in court in Texas. The mom was in a throuple. He was not happy.
I'm just sort of like, in most of the cases, it's sort of who cares, but...
yeah, it is who cares.
When you get this old guy
I did a video on it. It was pretty nasty, actually.
Oh, fair enough.
All right. Back to it. Let's do it.
Just a second. I don't know if this is coming through, guys, but if you hear a little kind of like snore, that's actually the dog. Now back to the clips.
When the light comes on, step on the red X, ma'am. State your name.
This is Mr. Glendale. Ma'am, police report charge driving under the influence. You understand that charge, ma'am?
Yes.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advice of your rights. Is that true?
Yes, I do.
All right. Based on your application, you indicated that you wanted a public defender, but you didn't sign the affidavit, so I can't appoint one for you today. If you want a public defender for the duration of your case, we need to fill out the appropriate paperwork so we can determine if you qualify. You also have the option of hiring your own attorney to represent yourself. Any question about these options?
I do not. Also, can I say something? I do have 2 jobs that I do work every day. I didn't know if that would help. If not, but I can't afford an attorney or anything if I possibly could.
That's kind of cute. Like, she's so out of it. Like, they're trying to appoint an attorney. She's like, I have 2 jobs, which is good. It's to her credit. It's the only time it isn't good is when you're trying to qualify for an attorney.
Well, I mean, lots of people working 2 jobs still can't afford a lawyer. So
yeah, absolutely. And I believe that's the case. And
I'm just kind of surprised. This is a DUI, like an impairment.
What they're referring to here, these 2 lawyers, and they don't really come. It's basically like a lot of things currently. It's income sensitive as to whether you get one free or you have to pay. That's what they're trying to determine.
Impaired driving, and she's being brought in cuffs.
Oh yeah.
Is this like her first one, or is this like her 5th? I guess they haven't said.
I don't know, but I doubt it. But having said that, no, they'll bring you in. You're going to spend the night and go in most of the time, in most places.
Where I am, usually get released sort of at the station.
Yeah.
So.
Do you want a public defender?
Yes, please.
All right.
Right now.
They're going to give you a copy of the paperwork to sign this time, okay?
Okay. Sorry
All
about
right.
that.
Deputy, criminal history?
California, DUI 13, 15, 17,
Yes.
20.
Correct.
1 in California. Okay.
Any others?
Almost ran out of fingers. Bond set at 5,000. Court date's going to be September the 23rd at 8:30. Good luck, man. No alcohol while you're on release.
Step to your right to the T.
But I want alcohol, Your
Step to your
Honor.
right to the T. When the light comes on, sign next. Mark. Step on next. State your name.
Court for trespass property and possession of paraphernalia. Do you understand the charges?
Yes, sir.
No, I don't, Your
I
Honor.
understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true, ma'am?
No.
What do you think?
Based on your application, I find you do qualify to appoint the public defender representation. Question about that. You're also on probation in case 22-30-74 on Judge Register. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. On the trespass bonds, 2,500. The paraphernalia is 1,000. Your court date is going to be September the 23rd at 8:30. And I'm signing a warrant for violation of probation in case 22-30-74 CF. Good luck, man.
So another
to
two
your
ain't
right
getting
to the
away
T.
anyway because we're locking you
When
up.
the light comes on, sign. State your name, ma'am.
Facility report on face of here for trial management for a driving license offender revoked. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
The bond was set at $10,000. Your court date is September the 27th at 9 o'clock.
So we could release me.
All right. Step behind her, the signature pad. Next. State your name, ma'am.
I'm really running here.
Sutterfield Court charge of forgery of a motor vehicle title. Do you understand that charge, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
I just need you to give me copies of paperwork and advise of your rights. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Based on your application, I find that you do qualify for the service of the public defender's office. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. Any question about that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, criminal history, Ms. Butterfield?
11 grand theft, 12 grand theft, insufficient funds, BOPs through 17.
So I'd say yes. There's previous record.
Bond set at 5,000. Court date's November 7th, 9 o'clock. No contact, directly, indirectly, or through a third party alleged victim.
Oh, this call is fun when some of them try to fight. You probably have the same thing. I mean, Canada is like very similar to the United States. I know, yeah, whatever. But just so you know, this like first appearance is like obviously they just pulled out of jail. So there's probably a prosecutor floating around, but they don't even say anything, and they don't have an attorney yet. So it's just here's a date. You either get an attorney or you don't. Here's your bond. That's it.
So in Canada, this would be a little bit different, or at least where I am, because it wouldn't be the judge's call as to whether or not you qualify. It's actually, it goes through legal aid, and you have to make an application. They look at your financials and all of that stuff. The prosecutor would be a lot more involved. Like it's less of a sort of the judge coming up and being like next. The prosecutor would be reading out sort of what they're charged with, what their position is on bail. A lot of people are already out on bail. Most people in Canada get arrested or get released by the officers. Like if you are there at your first time stealing from a liquor store, they're probably not holding you to speak to a judge or a justice of the peace right away. You're probably getting released by the police with conditions like, hey, don't go back to that liquor store. Don't have any weapons, that kind of stuff. But yeah, this is unusual here. It's sort of just in terms of how they're doing it, how fast they're going. And
I've seen it's funny. I don't do criminal defense, so I've only learned about this literally from doing YouTube. But it does make sense though. I mean, they're really non-contested hearings. The judge is always saying just basically be quiet. The only question is how much am I going to make your bail, and are you going to get an attorney or not? That's it.
Now, are these all cash bails?
A lot of times, I think these bails when they say them, it's 10% of what they say. But it depends jurisdiction to jurisdiction. I mean, it could literally be different in the next county.
Because in Canada, you don't typically get cash bail. Usually bail is either released without any financial obligation or a promise to pay. And a promise to pay means you don't have to pay anything right then, but it's got a dollar amount attached to it as a threat. So if you breach your conditions or you miss court, then they can come after you for that money, but you don't pay it to get out. But it's also bail bondsmen are illegal. You can't do bail bondsmen. So if they say
the case, at least not throughout the United States. I mean, they're certainly legal in some jurisdictions.
They're legal in most jurisdictions.
Yeah, if they say $5,000 cash in Canada, you have to you can't
$5,000 cash.
Yeah, you can't go to a bondsman to be like, I need the $5,000. So
what's this? Mike and Runkle we should plan a trip to Yellowknife to visit your northern fans. Oh, okay, sure. I don't know where Yellowknife is. I've heard of it.
Way north, and it gets cold there.
you are getting some love here. What's this other one here? Kathy Richards, snacks for Ian's monkey. Does Ian have a monkey, or are we making a reference here? What's going on?
This is a reference to the Lawyers and Dragons game because the character I'm playing on that has a monkey familiar.
Very cool.
Step to your right behind her. Next, when the green light comes on, you'll sign, okay? Red X, state your name.
The secret's report board charges the sale of cocaine. You understand the charge?
Yes, I understand it.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true? Based on your application, once you do
I have a job.
the services. What's that?
I'm sorry. I have a job, Your Honor.
So do I.
Okay.
So do I.
What were you going to say, Your Honor?
I was going to tell you that I'm appointing a public defender to represent you, so you've got an attorney now.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I also like how he's got his finger up this whole time.
17.
What's that?
Do you see how he's got his middle finger up? I don't think he's doing it.
Yeah. He's kind of spicy. It's low key, but he's kind of spicy. He's actually pretty funny.
Resisting with cocaine possession, paraphernalia, FTA on those charges, VOPs through 21 on those charges, and there's an open driver's license case out there on the NTA.
Okay.
Okay, what do you want to tell me, Ms. Seacrest? Without talking about the facts of your case.
Right.
And his other colleague kept saying his tagline, which was fantastic, was "Don't make me change my mind." Like he'd do a bond, he would try to be nice, but and they'd start talking. He's like, "Don't make me change my mind."
Yeah, I already gave you the
like
bond.
the way he interrupted, I've got a job. Like, you're about to say something that might actually screw you, so let me just interrupt you right here. He's doing a little spicy, but if you can read between the lines, sort of doing this kind of work, he's basically helping the person out while doing it in a really kind of tired fashion, because he's saying, like,
absolutely.
I don't think you should tell me how much money you have, because I'm about to appoint you a public defender, and you're about to say, like, hey,
I'm rich, you don't need
money,
to.
and then I can't do it anymore. So
Yeah, he looks crazy, but he's really being nice. That's what,
Was wanting to ask for a bond because I have a job. I'm sorry.
No contact, or no. Gosh, there you go. Your analysis, as directed by your trial judge, your court date is going to be October the 31st at 9 o'clock. None of his birthday is October 31st?
Nope. Step over to the T. Don't egg him on. Step on the T.
I want to egg him on.
The deputy knows. Yeah, you're right. It's funny that the deputy's sort of acting like a prosecutor usually would. I get it. It's a first appearance. It's very low level, like routine stuff. But you're right. They actually have a police officer acting the way a prosecutor usually would.
actually, here in Alberta, that used to be like so you get arrested, and let's say the police don't want to let you out right away. They take you and you do a phone bail hearing with the Justice of the Peace. And previously, it would be a police officer who'd actually act as the prosecutor. And so you'd have, and this was always a little wild because sometimes police officers didn't really know the law, or
no, they don't know they don't know procedure. They know what they need to know.
And so sometimes they'd make submissions that were just like not.
Right.
And so that was all. But then we had a court case, a decision where the court said actually the police have never had the power to do this. And so now it's Crown prosecutors who do it. And so those late night bail hearings are done with actual trained lawyers. So it's gotten a little better.
Interesting. Yeah. This seems a little odd to me, but again, it's hard for me to say because I don't practice in this area at all.
Yeah. I mean, this doesn't seem unreasonable as a way to do it, so...
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
State your name, ma'am. Tiffany
Charbrough, you put use of a two-way communication device during the commission of a felony, possession of marijuana less than 20 grams, and possession of paraphernalia. Oh, so I got you. Okay, I'm with it. I got it. Yeah.
Some of these laws seem weird, like you...
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advice of your rights. Is that true?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Charbrough, you've indicated you don't want a public defender. Is that the case?
I'm sorry. I don't want one.
Are you going to hire your own attorney or represent yourself?
I mean, I don't.
Those are your only two choices here.
Bad thing.
You do understand that you're not going to get a public defender, and the other choice is hire an attorney or represent yourself.
I guess I get a public defender then because I ain't got money to hire those firms.
Yes.
Yeah, right there. He's like, you finally made the right call. Uh-huh.
Yep.
And by the way, happy birthday, Lars. I want to get that. It's 66 today. Congratulations.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I believe Lars is in our chat.
Would you agree with me that it's probably a good idea to have an attorney for people?
I mean, what's the point of having an attorney when our
No, don't say anything else about that. Please.
Yeah. Right there, yeah. Her response is effectively, what's the point of getting an attorney when I'm guilty of sin? And he's like, no,
don't say that.
Don't say that.
Yeah. Stop, Red. I'm going to throw a flag on this play. You got to stop.
Yeah, he really is a good guy.
Well, and the other thing is, clients don't necessarily know if they are guilty, because I've had clients who are just like, I want to plead guilty, and I look at the file, and I'm like,
Shut up.
you didn't do it, though. Like, factually,
Right.
you didn't do it.
It's like, shut up. You're innocent.
So, people just don't understand that. I had, one guy, he's like, I just want to plead guilty because I got in this fight at the bar. And I'm like, okay, but the video footage that I have says that you were hit by a chair and smacked in the face with a glass, and then you punched the guy once and knocked him out.
Right. And of course, we know also and even if you did do it, and you're guilty of sin, let's plead not guilty and let me work it out for you. We'll probably plead to a lesser charge or something, but come on.
It's like, don't kill me before I'm trying to
I don't want you to say anything that can be used against you later, okay? If you want a public defender, fill out the appropriate application so we can determine if you qualify. If you
won't.
qualify, we'll be happy to give you an attorney.
No, we won't.
Okay? Alright. Deputy, criminal history, Ms. Yarborough?
less than 20 and 20. That's it.
Oh.
Man, I'm going to release you on what's called pre-trial release. You report to the pre-trial release office before 9 o'clock tomorrow. Your court date's going to be November the 7th at 9 o'clock, and you're going to submit to random UAs directed by your pre-trial release officer. Good luck to you, man.
Yeah, at least you don't go ahead and have to pay.
When the green light come on, sign. Next.
Oh, she was not happy she had to submit to UAs. You can see that's the whole problem. She's like, I want to continue to use.
The thing is that you can't actually do that usually in Canada for a bail. Like, make people submit random samples.
Really? Well, you sure can here. John, do you know Ian? John?
Ian, I guess
might be the first time we've been
on.
Might be the first stream together.
I think it's the second, but
it might be the second.
briefly. Yeah.
Well, welcome aboard, John.
And that is where we will draw the line, at least from these officers today. If you remember, please remind me, we'll get back to them tomorrow. Until then, please make sure you do like, share, and subscribe. Help us get to the goal of 50,000 views, 1,000 subscribers. So, Boxy sends those nice red presents we can send out to all you, and Google puts us on the algorithms. Congratulations, guys, for getting us nearly to that 75% mark. We are steadily approaching that promised land. So, until tonight, when the auditors come out, like, share, and subscribe to kind of one another, release the Krakens, and of course, make sure that your vaccines are up to date as we march along this afternoon and every afternoon here from day one. Have a great afternoon. We'll see you tonight.